Well, as we've reached 12 o'clock, this is Eric Renz Whitmore. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a sec. Oh, great. Bridget, I am so glad you're here. Let's see. Stop sharing my screen for a second and welcome you. Good. We're getting some folks in the room, and welcome you to the third iteration of our OED online resource webinar series. There's so many words in there that we're trying to figure out the right way to slim that down or trim that down. But what we try to do is on a monthly basis is to share some resources for Santa Fe businesses, entrepreneurs that are available. Sometimes they're from the city, sometimes they're from the state, sometimes they're from other partners in our region. This is my kind of like, oh, seeing some great folks in the chat here, or in the, let's see, in the room here. And we've got about 35 or so folks who are signed up. So I'm going to wait for a little while to kick things off. This is my little preamble here. But yeah, so my name is Eric Renz Whitmore. I'm no longer fairly recent. It's been a little more than 6 months as part of the team here at Office of Economic Development with the city of Santa Fe. Excellent, thank you. As I was mentioning, what we're doing is on a monthly basis, we try to share information and resources for local entrepreneurs and business owners to help them not only learn about the resources that are available to them to help start and grow business, but also to meet some of the people involved, to sometimes demystify how these processes work. And that way it just makes it a little bit easier. And one of the things we're about here with our office, and I think the city of Santa Fe, is it's really about the people. So that's one of the things that's very, very important to us. Let's see, other things I can mention. I will say one thing that I'll mention, and I'll throw in the chat in a little bit, is we're doing a couple of other things to make our office a little more approachable. We have moved locations. We're now at 123 Market Street. I'm sorry, Marcy Street, not Market Street. We're on Market Street before. 123 East Marcy Street, which puts us close to City Hall, but it also means that you don't have to call a number beforehand and get buzzed to come up or something, have somebody come down. So we're a little more accessible in that way. But a different thing that we're adding is a couple of different tools. We've got a fun thing going on with phones that'll be coming up sometime soon. But for right now, we also have a new email address to contact the whole staff. So that way we can, if you don't know who to contact with our team, we can send that to the right person. And that's contact OED, one word, and that is at santafenm.gov. Let's see. I don't think we're going to wait that much longer to kick things off, but I'm going to trade a slide or two here. Let's see, to help share what it is we're doing here. So we're going to bring Ryan up in a second here to join us. And what we're working on today is one of the programs that I know we're pretty excited about, and we've heard great things about, is the Marketplace program from Tourism Santa Fe, and they worked with Santa Fe Chamber of Commerce to put this together in order to create an online marketplace to make online sales a little bit easier for local businesses, but also to extend that reach beyond, the days and the hours that the businesses are open. So let's see, making sure that I'm doing the things. Yes. And today we are joined by Ryan Dodge. He's the program and events manager for Tourism Santa Fe. And I will go ahead and stop my share, and we'll get ourselves on camera so that we can jump into this. So first of all, thanks so much. Appreciate what you're doing and joining us here today. What Ryan's going to do is kind of lead us through what the online marketplace looks like, how you can get involved, show us a little bit of the advantages of being there, and let's see, and also the thing that I wanted to mention is if you got questions, go ahead and put those in Q&A, and we will we'll get that out to you. Okay, Ryan, let's kick things off.
Awesome. Hello, everybody, and thank you, Eric, as well as the Office of Economic Development here at the City of Santa Fe As Eric said, my name is Ryan Dodge, and I work at the tourism office for the city. And today I'm going to be explaining what the Santa Fe Marketplace is and how it was developed and how it works, and kind of show you some sales data and also some other marketing tools that we use to help promote Santa Fe Marketplace. First off, this program was created in help with and next to, as Eric said, with us by the Chamber of Commerce. So Bridget Dixon and her team really helped us put this together and create what it is today. So a big hats off to Bridget and her team at the Santa Fe Chamber of Commerce. The Santa Fe Marketplace was really created right around COVID and the need for people to keep their sales up even when their doors were shut, and when sales were low. People were not traveling, people were buying things online, and there were a lot of local businesses that did not have sales on their website. They didn't have an account or a website that they were able to make sales from. So the city tourism office, along with Chamber of Commerce, created the Santa Fe Marketplace to help local businesses, local shops, local artists, local just local businesses help sell items, help sell jewelry, as you'll see as I walk through the website here in a second, whole bunch of different things. So that, in a nutshell, is what the Santa Fe Marketplace is and continues to grow today. So I am not checking the chat, Eric. If there's anything pops on, please interrupt me if there's a question. But I'm going to go ahead and share my screen for the start of this presentation with Santa Fe Marketplace. I am assuming everybody can see my screen now. The Santa Fe Marketplace is a simple URL, excuse me. It's santafemarketplace.com. And we partnered with a third party company to run this platform for the city and our chamber, and to help with all these businesses that really need a lot of the back end support, from shipping, from implementing their accounts, uploading their products for sale, things like that. And the company that we partnered with is a great company called Shop Where I Live. Shop Where I Live. And you'll see that up in the URL is santafe.shop where I live, because the company Shop Where I Live helps communities, cities, even states do this throughout the entire United States. And they're very good at what they do. So what you all are looking at now is the home page for Santa Fe Marketplace. Up at the top, it has the ability to shop by category. If you wanted to shop by jewelry, women's apparel, paintings, prints, we have a food and beverage category, gift cards category, things that are on sale, health and beauty, things like that. And then also there's best sellers, top rated items, new arrivals, and things like that. Before I dive in a little bit more, are there any questions at all, Eric, or anything that I should address before I dive in?
I think not before you dive in. I just mentioned I saw since Bridget's in the room, I think we might bring her up for part of the chat, part of the Q&A, because I'm interested in her part of the journey as well. But I haven't seen any real questions as of yet. So thanks.
Sounds good. One of the biggest questions we get is, how do you register to sell on the Santa Fe Marketplace? A local business wants to learn more about it, see what is entailed. It does not cost anything. It's free to a business to join Santa Fe Marketplace. And the biggest thing that we get, again, is how to register and how to sell. And that's with this link right up here. And when I click on this link, it will take us to a site where you then get ready to register. Again, it's completely free to sign up. You just need, there's just a bit of a back end work of uploading items that you want to sell, tax information, shipping information. Do you ship it yourself? Do you use UPS? Things like that. But again, we've got a great team in place with the Shop Where I Live team that help you walk you through the process of registration. So again, register to sell, this button right up here is where a local business or company or artist would go to register for the Santa Fe Marketplace. I'm going to go back to the homepage and scroll down here. Again, we try to promote unique products that are based by season. So if it's summertime or if it's fall time, if it's around Valentine's Day, the team will help market and send out monthly newsletters on what's new, what's fashionable, what's on sale, what's kind of going on this year. The other neat thing that the Santa Fe Marketplace does is that it highlights a business, a local business every month. And as I scroll down here, you can kind of see some featured top picks. They have banners in this area where you have free shipping. It's very much like an Etsy account or maybe a Spotify, not a Spotify, excuse me, a Shopify account. So it's a great resource for even local artists that don't have a storefront that want to sell their items. We have quite a few artists on here that don't have a storefront and they want to just get their word out about their products. I mentioned Shopify, and there are a lot of businesses that actually use a separate platform to sell their products. And the great thing about this platform and the Shop Where I Live team is that they can integrate, if you already have a Shopify account, can integrate with what you have already uploaded and your billing information, your shipping information. They can work on the back end so you don't have to redo everything, which is really nice because if you've got 30 or 40 pieces for sale, that takes some time to photograph that, put a description in it, categorize it, things like that. So that's another good thing about the Santa Fe Marketplace is that if you have a Shopify account, they work with financial, as I said, it's completely free to register your business on Santa Fe Marketplace. We do not, meaning we, the Santa Fe, City of Santa Fe, or the Chamber of Commerce, or even Shop Where I Live, take any percentage of sales. 100% of what's sold on the Santa Fe Marketplace goes back to local businesses. So that's also very important to remember. It doesn't cost anything, and we don't get a cut of it. All sales go back to the Santa Fe Market, goes back to the local business, excuse me, not the Santa Fe Marketplace. How are we doing, Eric? Any questions? Anything so far? And you are on mute, Eric.
That is a great thing to mention. I don't see, let's see. I don't see major big questions yet.
Okay.
I've got a couple of questions that just in case
Yes.
to throw in there. Do you want me to kind of get into some of that now?
Let's go into some of the sales. I'm sure people are wondering how things, how sales are doing, how many businesses are involved.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm now going to go to a new screen that kind of outlines some of the sales and types of businesses from the Santa Fe Marketplace for the last, I'd say 3 years, maybe 3.5 years. We started Santa Fe Marketplace in 2020, right during COVID. To date, we have over 103 businesses on the site. We have over 1,100 published products on the site. To date, we just surpassed this weekend $40,000 in sales. Over 500 products have been sold and 360 orders. So you can kind of get to see the data around the Santa Fe marketplace. On the left-hand side, you can kind of see some of the top earners of sales business, jewelry stores, galleries, some just independent gallery owners and jewelry runners. You can kind of see how that goes along with reviews and inquiries. So this dashboard here shows the strength of Santa Fe marketplace and how well it's done for many of the local businesses in town. I can, why don't you ask a few questions, Eric, if you've got a few, and then we can dive into some more of maybe some examples of email blasts that we do, the marketing that we do around it, and that's stuff.
Sure. So let's see, a couple of questions. So are there, let's see, what's the most popular product, or what do you see, or what do you see people looking for, and what do you see selling the most? We saw a little bit of that. I'm just curious, like what themes come up when we're looking at that?
Yeah, we find a lot of people buying jewelry and art. Surprise, surprise, right? We get a lot of visitors that come to Santa Fe and they leave before they could go back to that favorite jewelry store that they went to and saw a necklace that they wanted, or a piece of art. Maybe they went to a gallery, really liked the art, but they didn't pull the trigger on anything, or found an artist they really liked. Many of those people come back to shop Santa Fe and visit Santa Fe to continue their shopping, even though they've come home. And that's another great resource that the tourism office really promotes when we promote Shop Santa Fe, is that you don't need to be in Santa Fe to shop local. You can buy the red chili from the shed on Santa Fe marketplace. You can go and shop a local, some of the, another great example who's on is Santa Fe Cooking, the School of Cooking, excuse me. And buying ingredients to make, a chili at home, or a cookbook that you might have seen. So we get a lot of people that are buying things that they might have seen when they visited Santa Fe. And so, yeah, to answer your question, Eric, I think it would be jewelry is number one. I think art is number two, and then little knickknacks, things that are very eccentric to Santa Fe and the northern New Mexico, if it be chili ristra earrings, or if it be, a Zia symbol, a t-shirt, right? Or something like that.
Great. Look, the questions are starting to roll on in.
Great.
So let's see. One question is, how does shipping work? I mean, does the shop where I live, did they help in some manner, or how does that aspect of things work?
That's a great question. Shipping really depends on what works best for that individual company. Some people use a UPS and they pass that shipping cost on to the customer. Some of the art galleries, they can't use UPS. They use a different shipping company, and they just roll whatever that cost is. If it's a big painting and it's going to cost $300 to ship, they work directly with that customer on what that shipping cost will be. If it's a small piece and the business can eat or offset that shipping cost, sometimes they'll say on the smaller stuff, free shipping. And that means that you would just take it from your inventory and work with that customer. You'd get their address, their credit card number, all the information, and then as it goes through the system, where to ship that item. So it's really it's very diversible. You work with each individual business on what works best for them and what they're selling.
Yeah, that makes sense. Got a couple questions I'm going to sort of combine here around promotion. And it's a combination of, one was questioning about, in addition to the newsletter, wondering if there are other promotional tools that are already sort of built into the way that, you're working with this. And the other part of the question was, how is it possible for folks who are, for business owners to share on their social platforms as well?
Yeah, great questions. Yes, yes, and yes. We at the city of Santa Fe mostly do digital advertising. We do email blasts out to all of our visitors that have registered on santafe.org.
Mhm.
We have a shop Santa Fe or shop local on our homepage of santafe.org, which is our home tourism website. We the actual shop where I live team, the back end, the third party
Mhm.
entity, helps us with marketing with a news blast every month and a new newsletter every month to their entire database, as well as they send it to us and we send it out. So there's lots of digital advertising that is done. We also do social media.
Mhm.
There are months that will highlight a business or highlight the Santa Fe marketplace on our actual tourism site. And then I know Bridget has a new newsletter, excuse me, at the Chamber of Commerce. I know she is on the radio talking about this. We have, in all of our visitor centers, we've got flyers up to visit Santa Fe Marketplace. And then also to the secondary part of that question of, can a business help promote this product, this platform, I should say, with their own products? Yes, we
Mhm.
encourage that, because the more people that can see the Santa Fe Marketplace, shop Santa Fe Marketplace, and be a part of it, the better. We want nothing but more sales and more increase. So
Yeah.
yes, lots of opportunities to co-market, and we're working constantly trying to get the word out to not only visitors that have been here, but also locals that let's say can't make it to the downtown area to buy something. You can order it directly from directly online.
Yeah.
This is very much of a I like to compare the Santa Fe Marketplace to a hyper local, just a very hyper local website to buying
Mhm.
buying items, if it be a Craigslist, hyper local Craigslist, so to speak.
No, that's great. And I think, I mean, one of the things that I'm sure we all know, but Santa Fe's got a great, international brand, a national brand. There are cars named after us, and probably some colors and this is and that's that are all named after Santa Fe. So, we've got a lot wider reach than other folks, but not everyone can afford to, put up their own site or go through the hassles of doing their own Shopify or whatever. Sort of related to that, I'm curious, this is a question that came in. Is there, and you may have already shared some of this and I may not have seen it. Do you have a sense of where are the customers? Is that global? Does this kind of let us know where the customers are buying from?
Yeah, another great question, Eric. We do get sales data really from zip codes of where people are buying things from. It is the majority out of state, and that's why we know it's working.
Uh-huh.
Some months Chicago is the highest visitation rates and sales rates. Many times it's Denver regional, right? Denver,
Interesting.
Phoenix, people that are buying things from, and we even had Albuquerque as a top selling region. So it really depends on the month. And it'll be great to see when July sales data comes out here soon to
Uh-huh.
see how June and July were. But yes, it is very much an national platform that people do purchase things from.
I always think of Switzerland, but maybe
Yeah,
I need to do a better job of promoting
yeah.
to all those folks that I know overseas. I'm going to ask one more question, and we're going to bring Bridget up as well. The question is, it's from a gentleman who opened a small spa studio here in Santa Fe and is not selling retail products other than gift cards, and was wondering if that's an appropriate thing to have on the marketplace.
It is appropriate, and that's one thing that we've really tried to make the Santa Fe marketplace unique and authentic, with real northern New Mexico Santa Fe style items. We have had a lot of people that sell stuff down in Albuquerque, and it just doesn't speak to Santa Fe or to northern New Mexico in a way that we felt was relevant. We highly encourage that you have a Santa Fe business license. We highly encourage that you are a member of the Chamber of Commerce. And we highly recommend that your business is located in the county, Santa Fe County. If you are not located in Santa Fe County, if you're not a member of the Santa Fe Chamber of Commerce, if you're not in having a Santa Fe business license, it's less likely that we'll approve you to sell on the Santa Fe marketplace. If someone doesn't have a storefront, if they participate in markets throughout the summer, or if they just rely on their own website and their word of mouth, we would love for them to come be a part of the Santa Fe marketplace and let us help market your products.
Great. Let's see. So I'm not sure, Bridget, first of all, if we can hear your voice, but I'm not sure if you're on a video. But I was curious. I really wanted to maybe get a little bit more of the story behind, how this collaboration came together. And then I know we were talking a little bit about promotion, so I'm curious about that from your perspective as well.
Absolutely. I don't know if you all can hear me.
Yes.
Yes, we can.
And I have my camera on, but if you can't see me, that's fine also.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm not, I will say that any technical problems are my fault. So I will see if I can fix that because we can't see you yet. Maybe I need to remove myself from the spotlight. Maybe that'll bring you up or not. We will try and work on that. But yeah, just if you dive in, I'll work on that side of things.
Well, thank you so much. Shout out to the city for all their incredible work, specifically everything that's been done around this, Ryan. Thank you for you continuously reaching out to the different vendors that are interested. And as he mentioned, this did come back in 2020. The chamber met with Randy Rendell with the city tourism department to kind of talk about what we could do for Small Business Saturday, because so many of our retailers did not have a store. They had a storefront, but they didn't have a website. And at that time, we were on a complete lockdown. So this really kind of came together organically. We found this website, Shop Where You Live, and it just seemed like the right opportunity at the right time that we could give our retailers that didn't normally have a website that visibility, and it's continued to grow. Now, as Ryan mentioned, if you are a Santa Fe Chamber of Commerce member, there is the opportunity that our logo or image is going to be on your listing with Santa Fe Marketplace. Why is that important? Is because statistics show that a business is looked upon more favorably by 63% if they're a member of their local Chamber of Commerce. Because what that says to the community is they are invested in their community. They're a legitimate business offering good products and services. So that's what's wonderful about having that little extra added visibility. The Chamber continues to promote the website on our e-news that goes out twice a month to a database of 6,500 emails, 30% opening rate. Additionally, we talk about it on the radio quite frequently. And now that we're moving into this fall season, we probably should kind of brainstorm on what we can do once again to promote all these retailers for the holiday season for that Small Business Saturday. But I think it's a great partnership. I want to thank once again to the city, because there is a cost to go ahead and to put up this website, and the city has taken care of that because that's how much they believe in our community and our retailers. And I will tell you that on a pretty consistent basis, people will give the chamber a call and say that they bought a piece of artwork or some jewelry on the plaza and they're trying to locate that. And I've actually referred them to the website, and a couple of times they've actually found that particular business on Santa Fe Marketplace. So it is working. We are making those referrals, and I encourage whoever is on this call today to pay it forward to their favorite retailer and encourage them to be participating as well.
That's great. Thank you so much, Bridget. Let's see. Another couple of questions. Let's see. I'm curious, so I think this is kind of like a standard business question. It's all good business practices, but what can businesses do to make their offerings stand out? I assume that, people should probably find a good photographer, those kinds of things that are just
Yeah.
kind of some of the basics of marketing. I'm curious if there's other lessons that you all have learned as far as what has really helped some of the businesses do really well.
Yeah, I'm going to bring up my screen again to show you the platform, and I'm hoping everybody can see my screen here. I think the biggest thing is to have relevant items for sale on the website. So what I mean by that, relevant meaning to the season,
Mhm.
or relevant to holiday, things like that, but also relevant to we've had to coach a lot of galleries not to have super expensive items on the site.
Mhm.
A $4,000 painting is not going to sell as well as maybe a $400 painting, or relevant
Mhm.
to the fact that think about what you would want to buy online, that you would feel comfortable buying online. Comfy t-shirts and socks would sell really well. The other thing I would do is look through some of the best sellers. Here, I'll click on this now, and we can kind of filter down through what some of the best sellers are. Looks like we've got some Santa Fe Olay green chili is a top seller. Shot glasses. We've got Zozobra items on here. We even have some local whiskey liqueur that is on here. Look through here and see what is our top sellers. Top rated items. Here, I'll click on the top rated items, and you can see, over at the left, filter by price. We have items on the Santa Fe marketplace that are up to $33,000. I'm sure it's a piece of beautiful art. But here are some items that are top rated. Okay, some of it's artwork, some of it's earrings, some of it's jewelry, some of it is food. So kind of get an idea of what is on here. Play with this a little bit.
Uh-huh.
There's new arrivals, things for sale. Another recommendation for us to local businesses that are on Santa Fe marketplaces is to be present on there. Make things, have a special, put things in the sales category. Make sure that, Father's Day is coming up, maybe items that are around that, things like that. And as Bridget said, having your logo and your actual registration, your account be up to date and up for sale, up to snuff. So if you have something on sale, it's put on the sales category. So
Great.
yes.
In a way, yeah, a lot. I mean, the fundamentals are important regardless of where you are. And I imagine one thing that, when you're starting to do online sales, it is like it's a whole different channel. So knowing how you're going to ship, knowing all those kinds of things. So to me, this feels like it's a nice entryway. Like maybe you're interested in doing more and more of that, but this feels like a good stepping stone to doing more online sales. If you want to open your own online store or something along those lines as well. So I really appreciate this as that opportunity.
A perfect example, Eric, is on the home page. As you open this up, the first three big tiles are items that have free shipping, items that are on sale, and then Santa Fe style items, and then drops down into the turquoise jewelry collection, right? There's these tiles that help people look for something they might want. And so here are some featured picks. So you can kind of look through the Santa Fe Marketplace at santafemarketplace.com and get a feel for what is what's selling and what's relevant and that sort of thing. We had talked a little bit about promotions, and I just wanted to show you quickly a couple of the newsletters that are sent out and how they are formatted. This is just coming from my email here, if everybody can see that. It usually has a name at the top, kind of unlock your summer sparkle is this one, which really it spoke to jewelry, summer jewelry. and the items that are for sale. You can then click on Shop All Jewelry, and then it has a business highlight. Each month, the newsletter highlights a local business that's on here. And this earlier this summer, it was Dirt Road Jewelry. Another example was around the vibrant hub for art and creativity. So it was around greeting cards and artwork, jewelry, things like that. And then a business highlight was paintings by Linda Storm. So if you are on the Santa Fe Marketplace, you have a great opportunity to be highlighted as one of the vendors by thousands of people that are shopping currently on Santa Fe Marketplace on a daily basis.
Great. Let's see. I think Joanna Nelson, our director here, she's in the chat. She's monitoring and checking in on things. I've thrown in the chat also the Santa Fe Chambers website. Let's see. Yeah, West has some great trainings available. That's one of the things I was going to mention, because when we're talking about business fundamentals, one of the things that we do with our office is we try to make sure that folks are aware of the many different entrepreneur and business serving organizations that are out there to help work on those fundamentals, or make sure, do I have enough, if I'm going to have like something that ends up being super popular, how do I make sure that I've got the resources I need in order to sell that? If it's one of those kind of trade items. So there's a West link, and of course we've got other links, and we can provide that other information here. I'm going to say last call for questions. If folks have got questions, please pop those into the Q&A. That'll help. Let's see. And I will also ask, let's see if there's, I don't know, Bridget, is there anything we didn't cover that you might want to make sure we hit on? I'm sorry, we can't, doesn't seem like we figured out the video thing. We'll try and make sure that works better next time.
No worries. I'm having a bad hair day anyway, so not a big deal.
That's impossible.
I think you were very, very thorough, and I appreciate you once again for all the great work that you're doing with this program. And I think we need to get you on the radio again and maybe invite some of our top selling retailers so they can talk about their success and what they love about advertising on the website.
And I also liked your comment earlier about, thinking it, you got to be thinking, a season ahead or a couple of months ahead, if only that. So kind of thinking about what does the holiday season look like? How are folks preparing, and what do they need to be doing now so that they can actually get in position to do the things that they need to do?
Yeah. And just
absolutely. Would be great. Some more Christmas ornaments would be great to have on there, and everyone wants a little piece of Santa Fe to take back with them. So I'd say this is a prime time to get on Santa Fe Marketplace so they can start promoting themselves for the holiday season.
And again, if you want to be a part of Santa Fe Marketplace, it's very easy to register. Just go to santafemarketplace.com, and then on the upper right side, you'll see a register to sell. You simply click on that and you fill out a few quick questions, and then you'll be connected directly with the team at Shop Where I Live on how to register, and they'll walk you through the process. Again, if you have a Shopify account, we can very easily mirror that, and so there's less work to be done to get your account registered. It really doesn't take too long, and highly recommend. Again, it doesn't cost anything to join Santa Fe Marketplace, and all sales go back to the local business. There's not a percentage that the city takes. There's not a percentage that the chamber takes. It's all hosted and brought to you by the city of Santa Fe, and it's a great resource for any local retailer or even large retailer here in Santa Fe that has unique products to Santa Fe and northern New Mexico.
Well, that is great. So first of all, I thank you, Ryan, and thank you, Bridget, and thanks to everybody who was able to join us here today. I'm going to share another couple of items from us here at OED. If I can find the appropriate link, those are always good. Let's see. So Next up, let's see, and this was there was a little bit of rescheduling that happened, but one of the programs we're really excited about is economic development, the state economic development department's collateral assistance program. So we've got the gentleman who's running that. Sam Collins is going to be joining us on 11th September. That's typically we try to do these on the first Monday of the month. We try to do them about around lunchtime so folks can sort of brown bag it if that's what they want to do. But you know, the first Monday being Labor Day, we pushed it off a week. So that's the plan for next month. A couple of different things you can do. First of all, I mentioned at the top of this, and I'll try and throw it in the chat as well. If you're interested in contacting us here at the City of Santa Fe's Office of Economic Development, please, we've got a lot of our phone numbers on the site. If you don't know who to talk to, and that's one of the things we've heard from a couple of folks is, you know, sure, I see 5 or 6 names. I'm not sure who I need to reach in order to talk about, you know, whatever issue or whatever opportunity I'm pursuing. You could simply email contact OED, that's one word, contact OED at santafenm.gov. That's contact OED at santafenm.gov. So I think with that, we just appreciate, take off the share for a sec, if I can. Oh, I wasn't even sharing. So yeah, so that's the next event that's coming up for us. We just want to thank everyone for joining us here today, and we hope to see you again. Well, we hope to shop at your store. We hope to see you out and about Santa Fe at different great events and activities. And we hope to also see you again here next month. Thanks so much for joining us here today.